30 years ago when I started doing pro bono work. For those of us who did it, we just did it because we believed in it. But today there is official encouragement, there's official support, there's infrastructure. And I think that's a good thing because you tell young lawyers, no, we are supportive of this, we're encouraging you to do this.
Pro bono services permits everyone to have access to the law. It makes justice meaningful, because for justice to be meaningful, you need access, you need the ability to get representation when you need it. As lawyers, we have a monopoly in the practice of law, and if we don't give it to those who need it and can't afford it, then nobody else can and nobody else will.
I think the kind of work we do means a lot, and being able to actually speak to individuals and find out their stories and give them a more holistic approach, making sure the criminal justice arena is more holistic in its nature is extremely critical to the kind of work that we do.
I think that the fulfillment that you get from doing pro bono work is not something that you encounter in your daily work life. It's just a desire to just serve others, and the motivation comes from being able to achieve positive outcomes for my clients.
When we talk about pro bono work, it covers a very wide spectrum. So it's not just about criminal cases, but of course there are civil cases, matrimonial cases, and also about perhaps giving corporate advices to charities, non-profit organizations.
Being a volunteer at PBSO allows me to see things from a different perspective. Project Expose is a law awareness initiative targeted at youngsters aged 13 to 17. The main purpose is to raise awareness of legal issues in the day-to-day problems they may face.
The Law Society's Pro Bono Office has been instrumental in helping to introduce us to charities and institutions of public character in need of pro bono services. We allow all pro bono work to count towards our lawyers' billable hours. We are really proud to announce that Morgan Lewis Stamford has signed the first ever corporate pro bono MOU with the Law Society. In this MOU, we have committed to 10 corporate pro bono objectives or projects in 2016 and 2017. And we are much looking forward to not just meeting, but also to exceeding these aspirational targets.
Last year, ProH wanted to move a bit more to up our social impact, and we wanted to start a new CLG. So we needed legal support to give us more information on how we can create an organization as an entity that will allow us to do that. PBSO has been strategic as a partner for us to help us to leverage on pro bono lawyers that will enable us to set up an entity that is legal, full of integrity, and so that we do not overstep on any legal matters.
When you do it pro bono, it just adds a completely different dimension. You've got to do it in order to see why it's so important and why you should do it. When you go back home, or when you sit with your family, and you just think about what has happened in the course of the week or in the month, you realize that, look, hey, I did something. I made a difference.
I think it's very important because it's evidence of the fact that society has evolved. We have gone past affluence, and affluence has meant the fact that society has become a lot more compassionate. Right? With affluence, there's compassion. We've got more time for people who have needs. So for me, pro bono work is important because it is, for me, evidence of the fact that society has evolved.
If you want the kind of society that cares for other people, then the ones who have the ability to contribute should do so. So we want to create a legal profession where everybody feels that they can contribute and has something to offer. The pro bono lawyer is the person who is in a position to help, or you are maybe the person that stands between an innocent person being found guilty or going to jail. So fundamentally, at the end of the day, it's all about making a difference.
The journey of pro bono is essentially an inner journey. It begins with a desire to want to do good. It later becomes a discipline that we inculcate into our practice, into our lifestyle, and finally, it ends up as a delight.